Ready ji, English speed 80, Pitman exercises, start. The jerry builder has not yet begun his destructive work, comma, and the monstrous things which he calls architecture, comma, but which cause disappointment and grief to the genuine architect, comma, have not yet appeared to ruin the prospect. Stop. The unspoiled beauty of nature still remains to compel our respectful admiration, comma, and to remonstrate in silence against those whose object is to make money, comma, even though it involves the destruction of the most glorious prospect. Stop. Please send a messenger to the passenger office and ask if there is any danger of the train being late. Stop. The present emergency has arisen through the death of the man in charge of the post office, comma, and the abandonment of the stranger's claim might bring about the very contingency we are striving to avoid, and therefore we had the same emergency on the appointment of the postmaster 3 years ago, comma, and the entertainment then arranged had to be abandoned because it was felt that it would be dangerous to proceed. Stop. The abandonment caused disappointment, comma, of course, comma, but contentment followed enlightenment as to the cause, and eventually the attainment of the original object was secured. Stop. The demonstration against the administration of the local funds was, comma, in our opinion, comma, a monstrous mistake, comma, and we shall remonstrate as vigorously as we can. Stop. The monstrosity in the shape of an effigy of the chairman of the administrative committee was of the most objectionable nature, comma, and only served to demonstrate the poor taste of those who designed it. Stop. I should have to write a long manuscript if I desired to express my resentment properly, comma, and even then my remonstrance would not be too strong. Stop. I should like to assist in the administration of personal punishment upon the men at the head of this monstrous business. Stop. It is pleasant to know that no one from the ministry was concerned in the matter. Stop. As to the architect's project for the alteration of the club premises, comma, I rather suspect that his idea of the architectural possibilities is imperfect and incorrect. Stop. With great respect to him, comma, because of the imperfection of my acquaintance with architecture, comma, I respectfully suggest that he should take counsel with someone whose architectural ability would entitle him to express an opinion. Stop. I quite expect the architect will consider me disrespectful, comma, and I am upset at the prospect of a disagreement with him. Stop. My object is to secure an inspection of the premises as they are, and I believe that unexpected and, indeed, unsuspected possibilities may develop as a result. There can be no disrespect in suggesting that a retrospective view of the case, so as to secure a proper perspective, should be undertaken. This is exactly what I suggested some time ago, but it was considered an interference with the administration, and no steps were taken. Irrespective entirely of the different views of the respective parties to the discussion, I am compelled to consider the possible results of the obstructive course taken by the counsel. There can be no doubt that the objective would be more easily attained if these merely destructive methods were abandoned. They can only be productive of mischief in the case of prospective candidates for admission to the society, and this whether we consider the matter prospectively or retrospectively. A retrospective examination will show what has occurred in the past, in similar circumstances, and a prospective consideration will show what is likely to occur in the future, if the respective parties are allowed to follow their own merely obstructive ideas. Each will be destructive of the other, and will certainly act destructively, no matter what each may say. They should be instructed to consider, respectively and collectively, the effects of the present methods and advised to refuse them. The objection to the obstruction in the new bill is not simply a personal matter. The obstruction is objectionable on several grounds. First, because it will certainly lead to a destruction of the opposition which has been so carefully arranged, and, secondly, because the matter is one which falls under another jurisdiction. The introduction of various methods of production and reproduction has no bearing on the question, as the least retrospection would have shown beyond doubt. It may sound disrespectful, but my own view is that the architect and his friends, who are, I suspect, the authors of the bill, are simply unaware of the real circumstances of the case, and have not given the project the consideration it deserves. The chairman, in moving the adoption of the report and accounts, dealing first with the accounts of the local holding company, said it would be noted that the amount paid up on the shares was increased. This was to keep pace with the increase in capital costs of the property, including extensions during recent years.